Can that possibly be a legitimate ministerial answer? After all, that could be the answer to virtually every question that is ever asked in this House.
I thank the honourable gentleman for his point of order. George Galloway.
Madam Deputy Speaker, ever since the monster Cyril Smith, formerly of this House, but initially the Mayor of Rochdale, the town has been blighted by scandals of grooming and cover-up. We currently have 64 men in the town on bail on grooming charges. The previous Labour Mayor of Rochdale and the next Mayor of Rochdale, King's representative, were both investigated on charges of sexual malpractice towards young girls in their employ, with all the power imbalances that that implies. Self-regulation, no investigation by any outside party. How can this be right? What will the Minister do to help me clean up Rochdale?
Well, of course, as the honourable gentleman will know, any criminal allegations are properly a matter for the courts, and you wouldn't expect a minister to comment on them from this dispatch box. In respect of the further allegations he makes, if he writes to me in respect to those, I'm very happy to take them up myself or with ministerial colleagues.
With reference to the written questions that the Parliamentary Secretary to the Cabinet Office answered, what does the government, can you outline what the government considers to be the difference between a foreign court and an international court?
We've answered this question on a number of occasions, Madam Deputy Speaker.
Mr. Wakeford.
Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker. Further to my right honourable friend's question on the infected blood scandal, over 3 years ago, the Cumberledge report also highlighted the need for redress for victims of sodium valproate, of vaginal mesh and the Primados scandals. Can you highlight what progress has been made in regards to redress for these victims as well, please?
I'm sorry, I'm not able to give an answer on those other scandals. I think there was a debate, a backbench business debate last Thursday that my honourable friend, the Minister, replied to. I believe work is ongoing, but I will have to write to him to give him a thorough answer on that matter.
Thank you. Sir, point of order, Mr. Galloway.
Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate that standards may have changed since I was last here. But in answer to the question asked by the honourable gentleman, the Minister rose to the dispatch box and said, "We have answered that question on numerous previous occasions." Can that possibly be a legitimate ministerial answer? After all, that could be the answer to virtually every question that is ever asked in this House.
I thank the honourable gentleman for his point of order, and I can't help agreeing with that final point that he made there, having sat here for thousands of hours and heard the same question answered again and again. But the honourable gentleman makes a very good point that ministers are responsible and have a duty to answer the question again and again. But if the minister thought today or at any other time that the appropriate answer in particular circumstances was the one that the honourable gentleman has just quoted, then that is not a matter on which I can either criticise or take action. What ministers say at the dispatch box, Mr. Speaker has said many times, and I'm very pleased to repeat, is not a matter for the Chair.